Okay, this lesson's on how to solve equations that involve fractions. Okay, now fractions mean dividing. So when I move things around to get x by itself, the opposite of dividing is multiplying. So I want to get rid of that 7 on the bottom here. Okay, that 7 is dividing the x, so I need to do the opposite, which is multiply both sides by 7. Okay, when I'm dividing and multiplying by the same number, they just cancel out, so I'm just going to be left with an x. 3 times 7 is 21, so I'm going to multiply. Okay, multiply to get rid of the dividing. Here I got divide by 5. The opposite of divide by 5 is multiply by 5. So I'm going to multiply both sides by 5. Now I divide by 5, multiply by 5, they're going to cancel out. That will be just left with an a minus 1 equals, and I'm going to have 4 times 5, which is 20. Now I can continue to solve. I'm going to add 1 to both sides. So 21 equals, subtract 1 plus 1, cancel out, equals a. Okay? So dividing, get rid of the dividing, you do so by multiplying both sides. A couple little harder ones. Here I have one fraction equal to another fraction. Now what I want to do is I need to, again, dividing means, or sorry, a fraction means you're dividing. So I need to do the opposite, which is multiplying. So I want to multiply both sides by 5, and I'll multiply both sides by the 2. Okay? And when I do so, I know that certain things are going to kind of cancel out. And really what's going to end up happening is just this side here, this 5 is going to get multiplied over to this side, and this 2 is going to get multiplied over to the other side. So I will have 2 times 6x minus 3. The denominator on this side turns to multiplication on the other side, equals, and that 5 is going to get multiplied over to the 2x plus 1. Okay? Really, I multiplied both sides by 5, but the 5 on this side got canceled out. I multiplied both sides by 2, but the 2 on this side got canceled out. And you got left with the 2 on the other side and the 5 on this side. Distribute your 2 into both, distribute your 5 into both, brackets disappear. 12x minus 6 equals 10x plus 5. Start rearranging, getting your variables on the same side. I'm going to move the 10x over, so it's going to go 12x subtract 10x equals 5. Negative 6, move over to the other side, becomes plus 6. Okay. 12x subtract 10x is 2x equals 11. Divide both sides by 2. X equals 11 divided by 2. And the last example is if I have individual fractions. A little trick I can do is kind of get rid of the fractions. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply by a common denominator. So a common denominator, I have a denominator of 5, a denominator of 3. A common denominator is 15. So I'm going to multiply by 15. I'm going to multiply everything by 15. Okay, so multiply by 15, multiply by 15, multiply by 15, multiply by 15. Everything's going to be multiplied by 15. When I multiply, it's just really the tops that get multiplied. So I want 45 x over 5 plus 15 equals, multiplied by 15, 30x divided by 3 plus, and then 7 times 15, okay, 7 times 15 is 105. When I multiply by a common denominator, then I can divide. And when I do so, the fractions disappear, because 45 divided by 5 is just simply 9x plus 15 equals 30 divided by 3 is just 10x. I have no more fractions, plus 105. Multiply by common denominator, everything, and then I can divide and the fractions disappear. Now I can go about solving by getting all my x's on the same side. 9x, and that plus 10x turns into a minus 10x, equals 105. Take this plus 15 over, it becomes a minus 15. I'm going to get negative 1x equals 90. Divide both sides by negative 1. X equals negative 90 is my answer. So a little trick to get rid of the fractions is multiply everything by a common denominator, and then you can divide, fractions disappear. Thank you very much.